What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Main Issues Podcast. I'm Al Taylor, also known as the Act 24 on all social media, here with the one, the only, the greatest, the Dragonborn, DJ Williams. How you doing, DJ?
I'm doing all right, man. I'm good.
Good.
Well, I ain't doing that good, actually.
Not that good?
I had a doctor visit the day before I came here, and the doctor told me I only have a few years left to be the realest ever.
Shut. Like, yeah, right. Yeah, right. Nah, you ain't gonna be like that. You go, and you can't get me with that because you already told me everything went good earlier.
I told you I had something to say. So.
Yeah, you did say you had something to say about it, but you was like, everything went good. You might have got me though. If you hadn't have said that earlier, I would have been like, what? No, DJ.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't have. I caught myself because I thought about that on the way up, and I was just like, oh, I'm going to do that. But, anywho, yeah, everything went all right.
Yeah. And also, I should have said before, we have a great show for you today. And here are our main issues. Your brand new smartphone could be obsolete in just 2 years, thanks to Samsung. Google may be acquiring Tesla, making the electric car company worth $1.5 trillion. Sheesh. Trillion with a T. And also, the new DLC dropped for the RPG video game, The Division 2, this week for a whole $30. And also, speaking of RPG video games, in a general topic, what is RPG really? Because role-playing game just ain't cutting it anymore.
No, and that's pretty much a blanket statement for games as a whole, really.
All that and more right here on the main issues.
So, what we getting into first?
I want to get into the Samsung thing. And the reason I brought this story up, partially because it came across my feed, but something amazing just happened. This weekend.
They discovered dark energy?
No, that did not happen.
Nah, wasn't that amazing?
Yeah. Okay. Well, me and Tiffany worked out a few things this weekend. We finally worked through one of the biggest hurdles in our relationship. She has finally come over from the iPhone to the Android.
What? Yeah, all right.
She got a she got a Samsung.
Was talking to her sister, and I didn't even pay attention to her phone.
Yeah, she got a Galaxy S10 now.
Okay,
so not the new one coming out, or probably will be out by the time this podcast airs. The Samsung Galaxy S20. Which is not the 20th one.
Which is
it's basically 11.
So stupid.
But they're moving on to the 20. I guess they just felt like it's a cleaner number. I don't know. I don't get it.
They couldn't just go to Roman numerals or something?
I guess. But
call it the XI. Something clever like nah.
I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it. I like the S20. I like S20.
I will too when they get there.
The only thing so it's a S20, regular S20, base S20, and there's a S20 Plus.
Naturally.
And then this is a new naming scheme for this year. There's a even higher tier. It's the S20 Ultra, which is a missed opportunity, I feel. You know why?
Don't say it.
Because they should have called it Plus Ultra.
I knew you was gonna say that.
just think about the marketing.
That's true, yeah, because it definitely would have drew people in.
The My Hero Academia edition.
Yeah, but they probably would have had to break
They could have worked it out. They could have worked it out.
Yeah, they could have. I know the creator of My Hero Academia wouldn't have mind because, naturally animes don't make that much money anyway. So they would. I mean, which is one of the more popular ones, so I'm sure they're fine. But, yeah.
Yeah, it's very expensive to make and then hard to, difficult to market in a vast pool of anime and manga. Don't even get started on manga.
Speaking of which, just a side note, Arby's, they advertisements always have like little anime characters on them.
Oh, yeah?
I don't know about their official stuff because I can't tell you the last time I've seen an Arby's commercial, but every once in a while on Instagram I scroll past an ad of theirs and it's always like a cardboard cutout of Hero Academia, Dragon Ball Z, or whatever's popular at the moment.
Huh.
So I don't know if they have the toys for it too.
Can they? Oh, okay. Do they do toys at Arby's?
I don't know.
That's a whole another conversation.
Yeah. Well,
anyway, about this,
get kid meals.
About this whole your smartphone may be obsolete in only 2 years. Then if you buy a cell phone today, so
that does
Samsung, yeah, but I mean, this is. I feel like it may have happened before, like phones stop receiving updates.
Oh, you mean in that way?
Yeah.
Oh. What?
So Samsung announced that these new phones that came out, the S20 line, they're only going to receive 2 of the major updates. So 2 versions of Android. That's all they're promising. They're saying that you only get Android 11 and 12, of which I didn't even realize Android 11 is already in beta. I'm just getting used to 10. And then Android 12 will come out next year sometime in 21. And they also stopped with the naming scheme.
Android 20 or Samsung Galaxy 20? You said Android 20.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I was saying that the 12 will come out in 21.
Right, but we're talking about Galaxies, right?
Yeah, we
Samsung
also
Galaxy.
talking about the Galaxy S20.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Just making sure, just clearing up.
Yeah. But yeah, they kind of snuck out the announcement. They put it in a post in like their regular update stream that nobody would have really read. So anybody buying these phones today probably have no idea that they're only planned for these 2 updates, because some people keep their phones for years.
I am one of those people.
Yeah, exactly. You're one of those people. Tiffany is one of those people. I'm saying she just came over to the Android side of things from her iPhone 6S.
Ooh. Dang.
This is the iPhone 11 is out now.
I
know. So yeah, she's held on to that thing for 5 years. Well, I guess probably really 6, because I guess it would have been. I'm not about to do that math. 5 or 6 years, and yeah, and she seems all right with it. I'm getting her used to it and
sure
everything.
It's much faster.
I don't know that she notices it as much, but yeah, that it should be much faster.
Right. Well, what did she get?
But she got a Galaxy S10.
Oh yeah, you did say that already.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, the base model, because she wanted a smaller phone, which you can't even do. They don't even make like small flagship smartphones. No, not even the lower tier market smartphones come in really small sizes. Like I think the S10 is like 5.8 inches, which used to be unheard of for a smartphone.
Which I get it now. People watch so much stuff on their phones these days, so bigger screen is kind of better.
Yeah.
So I kind of get it, but
also another thing is the screen to body ratio has changed so much to
you barely get much body at all.
Yeah, you can get those bigger screens in nearly the same body as the older, smaller screen phones used to be. So her Galaxy S10 is not that much big. I think it's a little taller than her iPhone 6S.
I gotta ask, that screen curved?
Yes, it is curved. That's another thing about the S20 line. That's another thing.
They stopped doing that?
They stopped doing it.
Oh, your ass happy.
Finally. Like,
stop curving the screens.
if I would have known that, I might have gotten a Samsung phone this year. Maybe. But actually, I did know about it. I was just under NDA. I couldn't say because Mr. Samsung, he called me up. He said, I heard the podcast. He said, I heard the podcast. I heard you talking about how much you didn't like the curved screens, and you're right. I've been trying. I've been trying to deal with it myself, but the stockholders just think that the curved screens are so great in the selling phones. But you know what? This year we're not doing it. We're not doing it, and I'm doing that just for you.
You caught me way off with that.
You don't believe Mr. Samsung called me? He called me. We good buddies.
You a liar.
Good buddies, Known Mr. Samsung a long time. He even calls me Calvin. He has that privilege. We that close. We that cool.
That was a good one.
But anyway, so the Galaxy S20 will only receive those 2 Android updates. So that means if you want to hold on to your phone longer, people are going to be getting better software from you down the line. Now, I will say, it's not so clear if that's just the Android updates or if that's going to be security patches and everything. I doubt.
Oh.
I doubt is for that. I think they will continue to doing security updates, just like basic things, but you just won't get the latest and greatest version of Android.
That might not be such a bad thing. And the reason I say that is because Samsung mentioned a while ago that in some of those updates, they do slow down older phones and stuff to force you to upgrade. Matter of fact, I think iPhone even said the same thing. iPhone
actually just recently had to pay out on a class action lawsuit for slowing down maybe the iPhone 6s. Yeah, it might have been the iPhone 6s. Yeah, in fact, so it goes out to a bunch of people, everyone, basically anyone who put in a claim. When class action lawsuits go out, usually like if they have some way of acknowledging that you own the device, someone will contact you, or the company or whatever will contact you saying that there's a class action lawsuit going on. Sign up here to register your device or whatever. Yeah. So people are getting like, I think it's like between $20 and $200 or something like that. It depends on if you can prove like you had issues or something. I don't really know how it works exactly, but them having to pay out anything is, it's great. At least they do have to answer for that, and that is because public knowledge now that they did that. Yeah.
But so maybe the lack of updates after 2 years will be okay, unless you just happen to get one with some serious issues and you're waiting for them to fix it. But I don't see why you wouldn't just send that in to get it swapped out anyway.
Here's my thing with it though. We are in a period of a bit stagnant technology when it comes to computer processing, and especially cell phone processing. These
not much room to grow anymore.
It moves so fast till there's not much else you can do. I mean, they are inching up each level. Like, it's not a big jump from a Snapdragon, even 845 to 65 now. I have a Snapdragon 855 in my phone, and I guarantee you, if I had a phone with Snapdragon 865 in my hand, I probably couldn't tell the difference. Yeah, I probably couldn't tell the difference.
Right. And on top of that, looking for it, but
right,
because it's like you said, it moves. We came so far so fast.
Yeah.
And there's not much left to do.
Yeah.
That's why we getting all these off the wall phones with the screens stuck together where you can bend it, fold it, and manipulate and all that kind of.
And folding screens in general, so actual folding screens.
That's why they doing all this off the wall stuff, and that's just the mainstream things. I don't even want to think about the stuff we're not hearing about that they're probably making, because I'm pretty sure somebody got a completely see-through phone out there somewhere, which is probably utter trash. But nonetheless, I know someone's trying it. Because matter of fact, that's been like a buzz ever since it was Iron Man 2. Where he had that phone, it was completely see-through.
Oh, yeah.
So, and I remember people talking about that ever since.
It's not even useful. Like, it's
it just
looks
he used it was.
It just looks cool though.
So I'm saying there's not really much further to go other than doing some off the wall stuff until some bigger, better technology just comes blowing on the scene, which it would definitely have to come out of the blue. There's not much more that they can do, like you said, except for make stuff a little faster, a little brighter, a little clearer.
Yeah.
Bit by bit by bit.
And everybody is saying, all the reviewers are saying, like, this is by far the best screen on a smartphone right now. That's what they have on it right now. The S20, like, it's the best screen on the smartphone. And I think that's across the line, because all of them have a quad HD screen, and 120 hertz refresh rate on the screens in a smartphone. For the people who don't know what that means that things can move a lot smoother on your device with 120 hertz, because right now,
I mean, you can actually see what John Wick is doing.
Yeah,
he stabbing people.
Yes. but I don't know that you would necessarily see the difference in playing media for the most part, because you're still going to be playing likely 60 hertz, maybe even 60 frames per second, maybe even 30 frames per second video on that 120 hertz screen. So you may not see the actual difference.
And see, that's another thing with all this stuff progressing.
Yeah.
You can have the best top of the line phone, but you're doing the same thing on your phone that everyone else is doing on theirs.
Yeah.
So they're not catering to you. Yeah. They're catering to the majority. So they're going to find a nice middle section where everybody can be pleased. Granted, you can increase definition and stuff depending on what you're doing. But again, it's only going to be but so good.
And we're stuck there.
Yeah.
Quad HD. My Galaxy Note 4 has a Quad HD screen on it. So Samsung has been doing Quad HD for a long time, and it doesn't seem like we're going to be moving forward with that anytime soon, because on that small of a screen, it's not worth it to even go 4K.
No, it's not.
Also, Quad HD is 1440p, like I was talking about on my monitor the other time. And
hey, you can barely tell the difference between 360 and 480 on YouTube half the time.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's not
like,
that much
like
of
you said, such a small screen.
Yeah, especially at a certain distance, like, and I went down in resolution, and I was worried about that on my smartphone. I have an Asus Zenfone 6 now, and it only has a 1080p screen on it. And I thought I was going to miss that Quad HD screen so much. I won't say that I can't tell. I don't notice it. Yeah, I don't notice it anymore. Yeah, I can't tell. The only way I would be able to tell is if I sit a Quad HD screen beside it and like sit there and try to pixel people. Oh, I see a little more detail over here.
But if you got to do all that, then like you said, it boils down to you not being able to tell anyway.
Going back to that 120 hertz refresh rate on the Galaxy S Ultra only works at 1080p. At Quad HD, you still only get 60 hertz.
So how much is this Galaxy 20 releasing for? S20, Galaxy S20 dropping for? Did they say yet?
$1,000 whole dollars for the base model.
No, I mean the Ultra. Well, okay, for the base model. How much the Ultra?
But the Ultra is, I think, $1,300.
Actually, it's not bad.
That's not bad. That's not a bad difference. No, so it seems to me, it seems to me like they want you to go for the Ultra because it feels like a deal at that point. Yeah, it's like if the base model is $1,000. Now, I think on the Ultra, you have, on all the lines, you have different storage options and stuff, and that could cost you another $100. But I think the base Ultra is $1,300 if I am not mistaken.
Best question: When are they dropping?
This week's the 6th. What's today? Yeah, so tomorrow, Friday. Yeah,
all right.
Yeah, in fact, when we were in the Verizon store, they said they would be there Friday, and I partially wanted Tiffany to wait to get a phone because, mostly just because of that flat screen. But then it was like a $500 difference. So her phone was $500. Yeah. So it's like you got last year's model for $500, or you can pay $1,000 for next year's model or whatever. I need you to vamp because I cannot type and talk at the same time, apparently, because I was having a lot of trouble. It just means to feel the air.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna say, hey, man, look, we ain't on television. Using all that lingo. I don't know what none of that means. Next, you're gonna be telling me to synergize and stuff. But
$1,300, $1,400.
Okay. But
for the 128 gigabyte model, and then I'm not seeing a 256 gigabyte model, but for the 512 gigabyte model, this is just storage, is $1,600.
Oh, okay. Wait, how many gigs?
512 gigabytes, half a terabyte.
Dang.
Yeah.
We up there.
Yeah. My phone has a model that can be 512 gigabytes, but I have a 256 gigabyte model. Okay. Because
now, does it allow micro SD cards?
Yes.
Shit. Well, how much data do you? How much space
you can
do you
get?
Need?
I believe
you walk around with a hard drive.
I believe you can get a terabyte. You can get a terabyte micro SD now. There are terabyte micro SDs.
You know what? I'm not too surprised because you could
1.5 terabytes on your smartphone.
Man, that's crazy. What are you walking around with a hard drive at that point?
Yeah. The only thing I don't like about that,
look, go back. Give me my keyboard back. That's all I'm on. The hell with the touchscreen crap. Give me the keyboard. Give me the physical keyboard back. And I don't want to hear that. Oh, you can get it. I don't want no extra crap that I got to add on to my phone like a doggone transformer. No, give me my keyboards back. I used to like that little. I can type and not look. I can't do that with thing. Well, I can do it with swipe. But the point is, I like my keyboard. I miss the keyboards, man.
Yeah.
I hate it when they went away. I remember my aunt works for T-Mobile, and I forgot what phone the next version of whatever phone I had at the time, they finally got rid of it. Like no new phone had a keyboard. And she was just like, oh, if you're going to upgrade, you're going to have to lose the keyboard. She was like, none of the new phones got keyboards on them now. I was like, no.
And you really missed the keyboard. Like
yeah,
that.
Man.
I didn't get a smartphone for so long that, like, I went straight to the touchscreen by the time I had a smartphone. I had either a flip phone or the little, like, not even the brick, but the little flat, skinny phone, like the cricket phones. You remember those?
Yeah.
Like,
you had a dope boy phone.
Yeah, pretty much. And I was rocking that for a long time. Man, I remember that phone got ran over by a truck. I saw it happen. Dropped it in the street. Truck came and ran right over it. Screen not even broke.
Whoa. Yeah, those things used to be pretty durable. And you know what? The only reason I ended up getting a smartphone, I remember my older brother, he ended up working for some company, and they gave him I don't remember, you know what a Trio is? It's big by today's phone standards, actually. It used to be a big phone and had like a small little antenna on it, but it was a smartphone. It had like a full keyboard on the bottom of it. It was probably just barely bigger than the phones we have now. But this was back when I was in like high school or whatever. So,
you know, Mesa?
I want to say Windows, but I'm not sure. But yeah, I didn't know you could get phones like that then. I was just like, man, that's crazy. And then, but I ended up finding a smartphone that was semi-affordable. So, like, my birthday was coming up. I had a Nokia Engage QD. For anybody that don't remember, Nokia partnered with I don't remember who they partnered with, but they made these video game phones. Like, you literally had a game on something about the size of a SIM card, and you put it in, full game. I had Tony Hawk Pro Skater and so on that thing. But anyway, so my dad was allowing me to upgrade. I found I got the Windows Dash. It was a small little phone, super freaking thin. It was real thin, and okay, I see you found it. But yeah,
it's a Palm Trio.
Yeah, Palm Trio. Yeah.
So LG makes.
Oh, LG made it. Okay, cool. But it probably had Windows on it or something like that. But yeah, that's what he used to.
Yeah, because it's a Palm Pilot. It's a PDA.
Dang, they still $100 even today, or they still make them?
I don't know what kind of site this is. Even I guess maybe they still make them, or maybe they just maybe they just held stock for this long and they still have them. And I mean, that's the more likely story. I highly doubt they still make these.
Right. Well, I mean, the fact that they're $100 still is crazy, because I know you can get the original BlackBerry for $1. So,
oh yeah,
yeah.
From where?
Amazon.
Oh, huh.
Yeah, you can get you can get the original BlackBerry for $1. But yeah, so I ended up having that, and so I had one really early on. And man, that used to be my phone. Let me get your number. Oh, what is that? Yeah. That used to be my phone, man.
All right. Let's move on for that. We went on about phones for a while. Google may be acquiring Tesla.
I don't want that to happen. I don't want that to happen. Google got too much. And they're already making self-driving cars. What they're trying to do now is buy their competition.
Well, yeah. I mean,
granted, their cars don't go beyond their campus, but nonetheless, well, as far as I know, they originally didn't go beyond their campus. I don't know what they've done the last few years, but still,
yeah.
Like, They buying the competition.
But think of like mainline Google software embedded into Tesla vehicles. Like
I think Tesla software is fine as it is.
I mean, you were telling me before about they might be making an AI, right?
Google, yeah.
No, Tesla might be making an AI for their cars. That? Yeah, I thought you told me that before.
No, I remember mentioning Sony and Google making their own, but I don't remember ever saying Tesla was. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, they're kind of on that road as
well. I mean, assistant.
Well,
like,
they were hiring for that. Yeah. So yeah, they probably are. They never specifically said they were, but they specifically did say they were hiring people with that kind of information. They said to the point where they said education is not a factor.
Yeah.
So you don't even have to have formal education in it. They're probably gonna have some kind of test, but if you can show your worth, they're gonna hire you. So
very interesting.
But again, they never specifically said they were hiring. They were making AI. But again, if they did say they were hiring people with that knowledge, so they probably are. Doesn't make sense to hire those people if they aren't.
That seems like a very Elon Musk thing,
right? Which I mean, it kind of makes sense because if you're an educated nerd or even a partially educated nerd, you know someone who doesn't have your formal education that knows more than you do.
Oh yeah.
So
oh yeah.
So I'm sure he knows at least one or two other people that fit that bill. So I'm sure he's like, yeah, education does not matter. Just if you can prove yourself, we'll hire you.
Yeah.
Which again, I don't know how they're going to do that.
Yeah, but I imagine that's what this situation would be about. It would be about Google progressing Tesla with software, and of course boosting the company up because Google would be buying Tesla. It wouldn't be like a fair trade merger.
I would prefer if it was.
Yeah,
but I don't know, man. Google got too much power as it is. Sit down. Man, that about as bad as Disney. Stop buying up everything.
Yeah. Now, this is only just a rumor. It is. But, yeah, they're talking about Tesla stocks being
shooting up.
$1,500 a share.
How much is it now?
I have no idea.
Oh, I mean, that sounds like a lot. I don't know what to compare that to. But, that's a lot. And I do the little penny stocks and stuff every once in a while. So, I've seen some ones that cost a lot. And I just be like, whoo, ain't got that kind of money. I can probably buy one share when I get paid. But that's about it.
$750.
That's a significant jump.
Yeah.
It's almost double. Sheesh. Man.
Yeah, but I just thought that's
all I'm thinking about is Terminator.
Yes.
Freaking
it could
Skynet.
be the end of us all.
Freaking Skynet.
That would be Skynet for real. All right. The Division 2. They just came out with their new DLC.
That they did yesterday.
Yep. And you played it. You bought it.
No.
Or you didn't buy it.
No, I didn't know it was $30. I just paid my rent. I ain't got no damn money for that.
Oh. I thought you played so you didn't play the expansion?
No, I couldn't. It was $30.
Oh man. I didn't know
I did not know because I had the season pass, so I was just like, hey, I'm good to go. But the season, I don't like the way the season passes work now. They're just year-long passes now.
Yeah.
So
this
is the new update of the freaking year. So I gotta pay $30, which I will get it, but I'm still mad.
Didn't you just get the last season pass not too long ago? Because I remember you didn't have it before.
I got it a good while ago, but
okay.
You weren't playing anymore.
Yeah, I was done with it.
Yeah, so I think I got it around the time either before or after we tried to do the raid.
Yeah,
because you know
I think that's what killed the game for me. Honestly,
that definitely did.
That was so unfun. I was just like, I'm done with this.
Man, that's
game.
how raids are. They high risk, high reward.
It ain't for me.
Well, the problem was,
our group wasn't great.
Yeah, no, it was really thrown together. But that was part of the problem because, first of all, the raid was still pretty new. And as you saw, they always have like this kind of puzzle type situations where you got to work your way through, and no one really knew them yet. So that's why everybody got to learn how to do it first. That's how we shoot, man. You missed out on Destiny. I'm glad that crap.
And it was like everybody. Well, the people we were playing with were talking like they knew, but it seemed like what we were trying to do was not even remotely working.
No, it wouldn't work. It wasn't working because we were definitely strong enough. Because, as a matter of fact, I was telling you now when I started playing, like, I still don't come across anything stronger than the stuff I'm already using.
Wow.
Like, y'all give me all these guns. I think I probably switched one gun since I started back last month.
Yeah.
Out of all the guns and stuff I picked up, like, the only one has been worth keeping. Or swapping whatever current gun I'm using out. It's just, we were already OP as it was. So, and I stopped playing after that raid. So it wasn't like I picked that up after the fact.
Yeah.
But yeah, so.
Well, I think this DLC is
DLC,
like the new thing. That is where you're going to be picking up. Because this article I have right here is saying that the Division 2 Warlords of New York stat extraction is the best loot shooter idea in ages. So I don't know what you do in the game. Well, I was hoping you were going to be able to tell me. I thought you played.
Nope. Well, the changes are worldwide, whether you got the DLC or not. So
okay.
I can tell you that part, but the rest gonna have to wait the next week. But I don't like how they changed the way the gear works. That royally pissed me off. So, okay, you know how you would go to your armor you picked up, and you'd see the stats of it, and like if you can modify it or not, or
sure.
Okay, so they changed that.
Okay.
Well, they changed the way it looked, so it was a little confusing at first, but it's just something you have to look at. If you could pull a picture of it up and do it, or play eventually, that'll work too. Yeah, but yeah, the way they change it is dumb, and you can't even tell. Like when you look at an item, when you used to look at an item before, it'd tell you this thing has 1 or 2 mod slots or whatever. It doesn't show that anymore.
You got to go all the way.
You just have to click square, and it'll tell you if you can mod it or not. It doesn't show you when you look at the item if it's moddable, because all armor is not moddable.
Yeah.
But the main thing,
which hurts it for when you're picking up items in the world, because you need to look over all this stuff, so you can decide what to pick up and what not to pick up, or you are gonna hate that they changed the way you
what's the word? I will re-roll the guns. You know, like if they had the guns and armor, if they had stats you didn't like, you could change it out.
Right.
They completely changed it. So you can't just randomly roll a weapon now. You have to have a weapon that has a stat you want and destroy it, taking that stat off and put it on another weapon.
Wow.
That was crap. And another thing they did, remember how we were talking about how you could modify your skills, because you was asking how was I shooting so many canisters on a chemical launcher.
Yeah,
you can't do that anymore. You can still mod it, but the mods are greatly reduced. So the ammo thing I did now it's based on your skill tier.
Okay. Oh,
that's another new thing. So each piece of armor either is armor based.
I'm lost already.
Okay. Each piece of gear is either an armor piece of gear, a damage piece of gear, or a skill piece of gear.
Okay.
They each have the little logos on the side, either the shield, the red dot, or the battery for skill. So your skill tier is based on how many pieces of gear you have on that have that battery on it. And the higher the tiers is, the better your skills are. So for right now, I only have 2. So now I can shoot 2 things on my chemical launcher.
Okay.
As opposed to the 6 that I used to be able to shoot because of my mods.
Oh man.
So I'm beyond blew the hell out of me.
That's messed up.
And it's more stuff I got to mull over. And even Amanda was playing with me last night. She was like, how do I know this gun is good? She was like, I know it's been a minute, but this stuff just looks so confusing all of a sudden. I said, it's because it is. They completely changed it. That stuff don't even look remotely similar to how I did. I had to look at it for about 5 or 6 minutes just trying to figure out what the hell they changed. I don't know whose bright idea that was, but after playing, I figured out why they did it.
Oh, did you?
To make everybody weak.
Oh.
Dude, I could take out a whole squad without hiding behind anything of yellows, purples, or whatever. Come at me. I got it. By myself.
Just me. Oh,
no bed. No pillow. Bruh, I can't even. I'm getting shot up by reds.
Oh,
they completely downscale all my stuff.
Red's the lowest
Yeah,
tier.
red is the lowest level of enemy. Yeah, I'm getting smacked around. Like, I got a duck and hide. The healing is also way weaker as well.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay, you know how you drop the little thing, it'll spit out the healing things at you, and you shoot up in a second. From dead, like no armor at all, I probably get barely half.
Wow.
They made you weak as hell.
They nerfed everything. Okay.
So basically what they're forcing you to do now is to either be, I like to be well-rounded. I like to be right down the middle so I can do a little bit of everything. They made it so you either have to focus on armor, skills, or damage. You can probably tweak the 2 some kind of way that's going to be a pain in the ass to do, but that's how they did it.
So
you have to focus more now on what you wear than you've ever had to.
Dang.
So yeah,
because you used to kind of just be able to, you could just put on whatever strongest and just
then kind of work it out.
You could be fine.
Hell no, not now.
Wow.
You're gonna have to sit there and fiddle with it and figure out what it is exactly you got to do.
You're not selling the game to me now. Like, if this was your way to get me back into this game, I don't know.
Well, one, you got to see it for yourself. Okay. Because we don't agree on a lot on contrary to popular belief as far as this podcast go. So you might not mind it so much, but I sure as hell do. I'm mostly salted by my ammo and my chemical launcher. So other than that, you might not mind so much, but I definitely do. So I'm going to have to play with it some more. But other than that, it's still the same game. They just added more stuff for you to do. But I don't like being made weak when I wasn't.
Yeah. And maybe for the people, for some people, we should say what kind of game it is. Like, what is the Division 2? The Division 1, of course, was, well, the whole thing is a post-apocalyptic, or I guess it's apocalyptic.
It's pretty much.
A pandemic, definitely. From interesting. What's that?
It was a virus released by a rogue soldier.
Yeah, a virus, biological warfare, pretty much. And there's a virus released, they call it the dollar flu, came out on Black Friday. They put it on the money and had it being traded in between people. And
got everybody.
It's spread across not just New York, but the world. But New York was the
originally it just,
epicenter.
Yeah, the first game was just basically New York. But you find out later on that it hit everybody.
Right. So you're playing a character that is a division agent, which is a special division within the United States military.
They never say.
That are basically sleeper agents that are in reserve just for these kinds of situations where martial law is declared.
There used to be a movie on Netflix of it. They made
I
like
think
a short film. I don't know if it's
I
still
think
on there
it's
or not.
I think it's Amazon branded actually.
Oh, okay. It might be on Amazon now, but it used to be on
think
Netflix.
so, but yeah, you can watch it somewhere.
It's like
I think it's a
hour.
4-part series though. Yeah,
I watch it. I watch it.
yeah, it was. Yeah, I think it ends up being like one movie, but it came out like as a 4-part thing.
Oh, okay.
And it was great. Actually, it was like very well done. I
was
felt,
surprised.
for
I
a
was. I remember my dad
game
told me about it. And
adaptation.
I was like, "Oh, this thing probably about to be trash," and it was surprisingly well. It was surprisingly well done.
Yeah. So, yeah, you play a division agent. You are role playing as a division agent. So it is a role playing game.
A shooter,
yeah, a shooter, looter shooter, as this article is saying,
which basically means you have to pick up items around to progress mostly.
Yeah.
So aside from just playing a mission, you got the stuff you find contributes to you being better in the game. So yeah,
and you're going around a big open world. It is multiplayer, but not like massively multiplayer like you would think of like a game
Terra,
like
Terra,
like
our
Terra.
Final Fantasy Online, or our Destiny,
or the main one that we're not saying that probably anybody would be familiar with, World of Warcraft.
Oh yeah.
So you can group up in groups of 4.
Our City Heroes.
Or you can there's one mode where you can get more than a group of 4, isn't there?
Yeah, the raid. Yeah.
Raids, you get a group of 8.
Yeah, group 8.
Yeah. Okay.
Which I will not be playing anymore.
Yeah, that was too much for me.
You know what? They won. They won an award for the first division for how accurate of New York, how accurate of a New York they did. Did they get one for this one, second one? Because this time it takes place in D.C., so I don't know how accurate it is.
Washington, D.C. Yeah, but it seemed pretty accurate. I believe this one was even more accurate than New York. They were talking about it before, but it's like I forgot what the ratio was. I don't know, like a 1-to-3 representation of it. So like a third smaller than the actual Washington D.C. or something like that.
Oh, okay.
So that's what the game world was. So it's an extremely,
and you still can't drive.
Extremely large open world.
And you still can't drive.
Yeah. No vehicles.
No.
You walk it everywhere.
Yeah,
and fast traveling.
Because, you can fast travel, but I'd hate to play the RPG that don't have fast travel.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember the first time I played Skyrim. It glitched.
Yeah.
So whenever I try to fast travel, it would say you can't fast travel with enemies around you when there's no one around me at all. I couldn't fast travel anywhere.
Yeah. That's
Eventually,
that used to happen in the division, in the first division. Remember, like if we were getting shot at, if one person in the party was getting shot at, I think you couldn't fast travel.
I do remember being pretty hard to fast travel.
Yeah, it'll be like you're in combat, you can't fast travel. Yeah. I'm like, I'm not. Nobody is shooting at me. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I haven't run into the issue in the second one. So
yeah. I think they stopped that. But anyway, let's talk about RPGs in general. What is an RPG, as in a role-playing game?
Well, that's what does RPG that is supposed to stand for.
What does that really mean in a world of video games?
Well, as most people know, especially if they listen to this, any video game you play is a freaking role-playing game. You're playing as someone else or some fictional character.
Yeah.
Even if you make your own character, it's not you. It's you're playing as someone else. So, the role-playing game thing is kind of stupid but that's just what they've always called it.
Yeah.
So
The Sims is an RPG.
right. So is it technically classified as one?
I mean I would, but I don't know that it is. It's a simulation game.
Okay, simulation game.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Another thing that pretty much means everything again.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Actually, now that you say that.
But I feel like now it's just referring to the mechanics used to play the game.
Yeah.
Because most RPGs follow the same mechanics. You have skills or magic, and you have the little extra menu and whatnot, So I guess at this point, I guess that's what it means. Until now, until this generation and a little bit of last generation, all RPGs were turn-based games. You hit me, then I can hit you. Never anything more than that. But now,
I would say that
technology has progressed, we don't have to wait like that. So, and which I think it mostly came in hand because if you play an RPG, it's usually a huge game. There's so many places to go. There's so much other stuff to do. So something has to suffer. In this case, combat. So you hit me, I hit you. Again, turn-based combat. So, but like I said, now you don't have to suffer in that mode. So everything's a lot more
real-time
fast-paced.
combat now. Yeah.
So now it's kind of hard to say. What RPG really is. So everyone just. So granted, that's still the main thing, but
if your company's like Ubisoft, you trying to put all these elements into every game you make.
Yep.
And it's getting kind of sickening.
Yeah, it is.
Like Ghost Recon Breakpoint, where they basically tried to put in a bunch of stuff from The Division, a game they also make, and it just wasn't good.
Nope,
like, what? You already have this game.
And Ghost Recon Wildlands was just fine.
Yes. The previous Ghost
all you had to do was give us a new place to play in.
Yeah.
That's all y'all had to do.
Right.
Always fixing stuff. It's not broke.
Yeah. That was the reason we were having so much fun with it. Like going into the world, being able to like just one shot kill AI enemies.
Yep.
Like it's just a drink. Headshots actually take enemies down no matter what their difficulty level is, because their difficulty did go up, and I love this in games.
All it really did was make them more tactical.
Yeah. Difficulty should not be making the enemies spongier. Not just making the enemies harder to kill, but making them better enemies.
Yep, and it did make us easier to kill, though.
It made us easier to kill.
Like, oh, what kind of bullets are they using now?
Yeah. But I feel like they weren't causing more damage than they usually would. They were just a lot more accurate in shooting us.
I'll give you that one.
Yeah, but yeah, that was great. So, that game in particular, reason I'm bringing that up, what kind of game would you classify Ghost Recon Wildlands as? Is that still an RPG?
I wouldn't call it an RPG. I would call it a open world shooter.
Open world,
because it's
tactical shooter, or
I guess you could call it tactical shooter, although we didn't always use.
Yeah, tactics. Because
sometimes it's just fun to come in like Rambo and just spray
use tactics
up.
A lot of times, though.
We did.
We're like, you get this person, I get this person, trying to sync up shots and stuff.
No, we didn't try to. Man, we was surgical out there.
Oh yeah.
Man, I missed that game. But I don't. Yeah, but I guess that's what you would have to call it, because like my nephews would always compare it to Grand Theft Auto, which that's the closest thing it has.
It's fair.
There is no other open world game like that where you can just freely shoot and run around, jump in cars, helicopters, boats, literally whatever you found on four wheels in Wildlands, you could drive. Well, it didn't. I said on four wheels, but pretty much any vehicle we found in Wildlands, we could drive.
I think even GTA is classified as an RPG game.
Well, they do kind of have that typical RPG element. Like, only RPGs allow you to carry like a bunch of different things, and when you open up your menu, the game stops.
True.
So that is a RPG staple, and it does do that. But the first Wildlands didn't do that. You went into your menu.
You leveled up. You leveled up stuff.
Yeah.
You had a whole. You had a.
You did level up. Do you level up in GTA?
I don't think so.
I know like stamina and stuff did, but you didn't specifically level up.
Yeah.
Well, on the online mode, yeah, you did level up in online.
Oh, yeah, you definitely leveled up in online. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, so I guess that was. But it's just like, did the level even mean anything? What did leveling up mean? That you could buy different, like, better weapons?
It meant that, but GTA kind of leveled up the same way you would in Skyrim. Like, basically, you leveled up by doing stuff. Yeah. So, like, if you were running all the time, your stamina would increase. If you were shooting, that would level up as well, and stuff like that.
Like your accuracy?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
In GTA Online, specifically, or just the...
Well, Skyrim. I know GTA definitely did do the stamina thing. It's been a long time since I played
GTA
okay.
Online. I thought you were talking about GTA.
No,
Online
but I did know that. But certain things did level up on whether you use them, or at least the stamina.
Yeah, I don't remember. I just remember.
No, I haven't.
I remember when I first jumped into GTA Online, the GTA 5 online version, which is just called GTA Online. And I was amazed that I am playing this ridiculously large open world game where I can do whatever I want in a server with, at the time, 16 people, I think.
That was it?
Yeah, on PlayStation 3. Mm-hmm. I think they increased the number when it moved to when it moved to PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Yeah, because
I originally had it on 360
and PC.
When it moved to 4, I was like, I'm not getting this again, because I couldn't carry my creative character over. I was like, I was level 100 or something. I'm not starting that all over again.
You couldn't cross consoles?
You could. No, it had to be linear. It couldn't be.
Like, you could only do PS3 to PS4.
Yep.
Or Xbox 360 to Xbox One.
Yep.
Oh, I thought you could. Oh.
Nope. If you could, I couldn't, because every time I looked it up, that's all. Everything I looked up, they only said that.
Yeah, I don't know.
I tried to actually do it anyway. Yeah, it gave my character back without the level. So I didn't want that. Like, that's the part I wanted. The hell how he looks.
That's another question. Do you keep your... Is it synced across Xbox Live, like across PC?
Well, yeah, they have your own little service that you log into and set that up.
But if you go from Xbox One to I guess it wouldn't really work, because it would go through. Well, yeah, it would work. You go through Rockstar, so.
Yeah,
is your character cross save? Well, you had to go through that thing. You had to go through a whole thing where you had to get your character from PS3 to PS4. This question for another time. I have no idea. It doesn't really have anything to do with the conversation. But I mean, with the original question about what dictates an RPG game, right. Specifically RPG video game, because I feel like our RPG tabletop games are pretty straightforward.
Yeah, I don't think that's ever going to be able to actually change. But I say RPGs are very not that different now from action adventure games.
Yeah,
so. Like, you would have to get into semantics to figure out what's the difference between something like Final Fantasy and something like what would be an action adventure game? Well, I guess Ghost Recon Wildlands.
Yeah.
Or even for that matter, it's on the tip of my tongue.
Action adventure. I think about
Devil May Cry.
Yeah, definitely.
So,
granted,
it's not open world. It's not open world, but
what do I consider Devil May Cry? It's Devil May Cry is it's a shoot 'em up though.
A shoot 'em up.
No, it's kind of like a shoot 'em up game. I mean,
but only Dante has a gun.
What do you mean?
He's the only character with a gun.
Is Dante the only character you play with in most of them, except this last one that came out? 5?
No, a few of them had. Matter of fact, one of them didn't have Dante on it at all. I know. Usually you play with a character with a gun. Yeah, but I wouldn't call it a shoot 'em up because you could change your play tactic. You don't have to use the gun. The gun don't really do that.
That's true. I'm not thinking about
but yeah, I wouldn't call it.
But I just think about doing the gun kind of gun dancing stuff because it's about style play.
Oh, well, yeah.
So but you're right. You do play with different weapons and stuff. But I feel like there's a name for that genre.
Here's a different example. God of War.
Okay. That's definitely action adventure. Yeah. I feel so, especially the last game.
You played the last one?
I didn't, but I mean, it's pretty infamous. I own it.
I'm not gonna ask anymore.
I finished my first video game this year. I actually played through a game. I played through
what?
Journey to the Savage Planet.
Oh, y'all finished that?
Yeah, we finished it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was actually pretty.
So what's
short.
Next on the
It
list?
Was short and sweet.
Which is okay. That's okay because
I want to play A Plague's Tale: Innocence.
Oh, okay, yeah, you've been talking about that.
I started it, but I didn't. I'm actually going to start
that game looks
because
creepy
it
as hell.
went. Yeah, it does, but it is beautiful.
That it is.
Yeah, on PC, it is gorgeous. All right, well.
Speaking of RPGs, I played the Final Fantasy VII Remake demo before I got here.
I forgot all about that. Yeah, I meant to play that.
Yeah.
How was that?
Beautiful. It was good. It played... They made their own little way. I thought it was going to play similar to Final Fantasy Crisis Core, but it doesn't. They came up with their own little way of playing it, which is pretty fun. But, again, what... boils down to what's the difference between an RPG and an action-adventure game. Because, granted, you can switch between classic, the quote-unquote turn-based mechanic, or you can do the more action-based mechanic. So, what's the difference between an RPG and an action-adventure game? So, but nonetheless, I prefer it this way. Like, granted, the turn-based thing was fine back then, but I'm out of it. I'll be glad when Pokemon let the crap go, too. But time will tell.
Yeah,
but it was good. I didn't finish it. I'm thinking it's just gonna cover that first level. Which anybody familiar with the game, you have to break into this Mako reactor. A word from the game. If you don't know about it, don't worry about it. But you have to break into this Mako reactor, which is basically a power plant. So I'm guessing it's gonna finish when you finish that first mission.
I say Mako.
Most people say Mako, but they say Mako on the game, so Mako sounds better to me, either because I've heard it all the time or just because. But I didn't make the game, so Mako it is.
Even though I've never played a Final Fantasy video game, at all. I played a little bit of Final Fantasy X on Vita. But I wasn't feeling it at all in the first few hours. I think I played about 3 or 4 hours, and I was like, not having fun. So
I played the original 7, which I didn't finish. I played the original 7. I played 12. I believe that was. Yeah, I think that was.
Also, 12. I'm busting my brother out on this. I'm quite sure he never played that game in his life. I wish I had asked him. If I'd have said, "Who is Cloud?" Or I don't know. Oh, that's
Cloud, that
something.
dude.
He the
Cloud,
dude.
that
He the dude from the game. Nah, man, you never played this game before. Well, maybe he played, but I don't think he would know it if he looked at it. I don't know. Anyway,
put that man on blast. But I played 7. I'm pretty sure that was 12. I played. I think a friend let me borrow that just because I needed something. I asked for something to play, and it was just like, oh yeah, you can have it. Which 12 is notoriously hated. Which it wasn't my favorite game, but I was able to play through it. Like it wasn't complete trash. And play. Hey, and I can't hate 12 because 12 gave us Fran, the tall bunny chick.
Okay.
We're basically wearing lingerie armor. If you've never played the game, if you've seen any cosplay, you've seen her because, for one,
I know Yuna and Lightning.
Fran is another one. But if you mostly black girls cosplay her because she's a bunny. It's like a species of bunny, and they're all like real tall and slender. And she is that, and she is a quote unquote brown bunny. Yeah. So black girls love.
And I know Tifa, of course.
Oh, you gotta know Tifa. Yeah. You gotta know Tifa. Tifa is from 7.
Tifa. If you saw a picture of Tifa, you would know Tifa.
and I played the online version for a little bit. Oh, I played 15, the latest one. I played 15. I didn't beat it, but I played it.
Oh, I thought you beat it, huh?
Nah, I didn't beat it.
Yeah.
I forgot why I stopped playing it, but I guess I lost interest.
Okay.
It wasn't bad though. For whatever reason, I got out of it. Probably something else came out and we started playing it, or ain't no telling.
All right. Anything else pertinent? We overtime.
We overtime? Well, if we overtime, don't worry about it.
Okay. You sure? I know one thing I meant to get out firsthand was the story about the name thing, about the middle name thing that you were going to tell last week when we were talking about middle names, like how you don't remember the story at all. You said something about something happened with the police. Oh, and I was teasing it. I was teasing it for this episode, and I actually forgot to even mention it.
Okay, so the name thing happened with, well, like you said, you go by Al, but some people call you Calvin, which mostly just family and close friends. So, yeah. Okay. So I have a cousin named Reginald. Okay. We call him Jamel. Okay. Some of his friends call him Reginald, but we've always called him Jamel. Ever since we were little kids, we've called him Jamel. So, they started doing this. Jamel ended up getting a DUI once upon a time, and the city of Savannah started doing this thing that if you get a DUI, you have to go to jail on the weekends. Like Saturday and Sunday, you go home Sunday. So I'm literally taking him to jail Friday night.
Dang.
I'm speeding in a surprisingly slow speed zone. Like it was behind the mall, between the movie theaters and the mall. Apparently, it's only 25 miles an hour there. Would have never guessed that. That's like a residential area type thing, but that is not a residential street, but whatever. Okay. Or at least that block wasn't. But anywho, so I'm doing like 35 or something. Cop sees me, pull me over. I recently moved to Savannah from Augusta. I did not know my license got suspended. Oh. So I was driving on a suspended license. So
wait, because you moved?
I don't remember why. It was so long ago. I was like 21. I don't remember. Matter of fact, I don't even think I was 21 yet. Yeah. No, I wasn't 21 yet. But anywho, so we get pulled over. Of course, they find out my license is suspended. So the cop, it was like, hey, your license is suspended. Y'all can't leave. Or rather, y'all can't drive. I'm gonna write you a ticket for driving with a suspended license. You know, blah, blah, blah. Come to the car, and I'm gonna let you sign your ticket. I'm like, whew. Yeah. We get to go. I get to go home. All right, cool. Call my Aunt Berta, tell her what happened. Come pick you up, take you to jail, whatnot. They lied. I was going to jail. Oh. And the cops thought it was so freaking hilarious that I was taking him to jail, but now we're both going to jail. Yeah. Yeah, they laughed their asses off. Oh, my goodness. Wasn't funny to us at all.
Oh, they just laughing in front of your face.
They laughed in our face. They
my
thought that was the
goodness.
funniest shit. I was
That
like,
is kind of funny. You can't make that.
I still don't find it funny. But nonetheless, so the cop made me get out. I'm cuffed. I'm sitting on the curb as they like to do.
Okay.
I would just put me in the car. But anywho, so the other cop tells Jamel to get out the car and is just asking him his name. But Jamel's going to jail. He don't have his ID on him. So the cops wants to verify his name. So he asked me, he was like, what's his name? And I was like, Jamel Smith. And he was like, he said his name is Reginald Smith. I said, okay, yeah, it is. So he was like, well, which is it? I was like, it's both. And he was like, it can't be both. And I was like, look, he goes by Reggie, but the family calls him Jamel. I don't know what his legal name is. How do you know the name of your cousin is? Well, because I'm not his lawyer, I don't know his name. So he was real heated about it. I was like, look, his name, I was like, look. And he was just like, man, look, my name is Reginald Jamel Smith. It's like basically saying, look, all our family calls us Jamel. I've never seen this dude ID.
You had no idea. So you knew
I knew he
that he went by two
Reggie,
different names,
and
but
I knew he went by Jamel. But I don't know the order they in. I know his last name is Smith, but I don't know which one is his real name or which one is his family name.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not his lawyer. I've never seen his ID. I have no reason to see his ID.
Right.
So he's mad about it. I was like, dude, just get on the damn laptop and look it up. I don't know. Like, Jesus Christ. Who cares? He says he's going to jail. Take him to jail. Yeah. What's the argument about? We're going anyway.
Right.
So, yeah, that happened. So
he already been to jail. You gonna be able to look it up.
I'm telling you, look up what he said
in the system.
You know, like dang, sheesh. The dude was. How you don't know what? And I'm looking. I'm like, dude, you Hispanic. I know you understand what I'm saying. Everybody, this is the South. Once upon a time, I thought it was a black thing, but now I know it's not. This is the South. I don't know if they do it in other sides of the country. You have a family name, and you have the name everyone else calls you.
Yeah. Even if it's not an actual name, even if it's not like your middle name or something, your family could call you by a different name. Like people in my family call Vernon Fred. Not any of his names. He has a middle name. I don't know. I don't know the origin. Just like his mom calls him Fred, and my mom will call him Fred sometimes. I guess because of that, and other people call him Fred, but I don't know.
Right, like I have it's not really a family nickname. Mostly just the older people call me that, because if anybody my age call me that, you're getting punched in the mouth. My older family members, specifically on my mom's side, call me Duty. Don't know where it came from. It's just something they call. Matter of fact, when I used to work at Savannah State, 2 of my aunts worked there. I had to nip that. Hey, don't call me that here. Do not call me Duty here, because somebody called me Duty, they getting slapped. Huh?
Something to do with Call of Duty?
I highly doubt it, because the game didn't even exist. So, but yeah, they used to call me Duty. But so, like I said, I don't know where these names come from. My brother has one. My older sister has one. My cousin's little boy, we call him Buddha. So it has nothing to do with anybody's name.
Okay.
So I don't know where these names come from, but yeah, we just call him Jamel. That car was so heated. I was like, dude, it's whatever. We going to jail. What's all our attitude about? Who cares? Put him in the paddy wagon.
All right, I'm glad I recalled that, so you can get the story out. That's
I forgot.
That's crazy. All right, so we're gonna end it right there. Everyone, remember to like, subscribe, comment, share, anything possible you can do to show that you mess with us, and we'll see you in the next episode. See you.